It's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
So guys, I started doing paid ads a while ago, and there's quite a lot of complications to it if you're not very new. If you're new and you're not very familiar with it, the little things that can confuse you. If you're not very careful and you don't optimize it, you don't keep an eye on it, it can quite easily swallow your money. The things that I'm going to show you inside of my campaigns, which at the minute are paused because I was optimizing them and I wasn't seeing any success or any sales. Now, there was a number of factors that this could have been, and I never really got to the bottom of why I didn't make a sale when others were making a sale. Maybe I was just unlucky and I didn't get the right customer base, but I did everything I possibly could to make sure that these ads were running efficiently and correctly. And like I said, I will be showing you that inside, guys. So let's take a look inside my paid ads account now, and I'll go over a few pointers with you. Okay, so this is inside my paid ads when I was running some campaigns. As you can see, these were quite a while ago now, and I've had them paused for quite some time. And the reason why this spiked so high with the impressions is because this was a weekend and I decided to pump quite a substantial amount of money into the ads to try and help push it, because with it being the beginning of the month, my intentions were that possibly people will have been paid and obviously they would have been able to afford the course that I was offering as an affiliate. I think I spent £300 on this campaign, and as you can see, it had a lot of impressions, a lot of views. The click-through rate was pretty good as well, but yeah, still no success. Only thing I really gained from it was leads, adding them into my email list. But for the cost that I spent, it would have been much more easier to go down the organic route and gain leads that way. So yeah, this is just a quick overview, guys, of you know, what basically was going on with my campaigns. I mean, I think at this point here on the 25th of March, it dropped right down there because I got put under investigation from Google for no reason. They just wanted to check who I was, and I think because I was spending quite a large amount on campaigns at such an early stage, they wanted to check up on me, and I got put under review. Now that shut me down for 72 hours, I believe, and Google came on and then reopened my account. And you do see on many social media platforms, and you see a lot of people complaining about Google paid ads. I mean, Facebook's supposed to be worse, but trust me, Google paid ads, if you don't do things correctly and conform to their rules and regulations, which you must read, you know, you can get your account banned and you will not get it open back up. So you spend a lot of time putting on the ads, you spend a lot of time putting the effort in, putting the Google the pixels in and converting everything to work with it, and then yeah, your account just gets banned for no reason really, other than, for instance, I've heard of things where maybe you're from Africa or something like that, or maybe you're in another country, maybe Italy, and you use a bank card or credit card that's not in your name, or one that's registered in another country, they automatically will just ban you because it's in their policy. You have to read it, guys. So this is what I'm saying about paid ads and why you have to be careful. I'm just going to go over a few things here. So let's have a look at audiences on the left hand side, and this is the business services. So let me just go to my campaigns, all campaigns. We'll then look at the in business services campaign, and as you can see, these are the impressions I were getting. Massive increase there. This is when I spent the massive amount of money, and you know, £300 in one day, which is probably about $350, $360 maybe, I'm not entirely sure, but it's quite a lot. I got a lot of impressions, still no sales. Now a lot of people will say, you know, maybe you've not got them set up properly, or have you checked this, have you checked that. My landing page was fine, my opt-in page was all working, you know, everything was working as it should. I used EverWebinar, I was on EverWebinar checking the people in there because it has a chat function, and you can actually go into EverWebinar and see the people that are in the live room. Everything was working. I was gaining leads, people were contacting me, everything was fine, but people were just not buying the course, right? So again, there's all sorts of factors that you've got to be careful of. So one of them being locations, right? So as you can see here, I've had 47,320 impressions on this particular campaign, this in business services, with 10,000 views, 21.43% view rate, £623.26 cost alone just on this campaign, with 243 conversions. And as you can see, the cost per conversion was £2.73, which is a pretty good cost per conversion. The United Kingdom, again, this was another major player, if you like, that I was getting a lot of leads from. Again, if you look at the statistics, they were all pretty good. And the CTR here, you know, the cost per conversion, sorry, here is, just let me come off that, is pretty good. You know, again, guys, you know, it was all running as best as I could. I even went into, let me just find I think it's under demographics. And what you can do under demographics is you can go to household income. And within this, if you look here, I even excluded the lower 50%. And now what this means is people who are on a low income, you exclude them out because Google's got these statistics to see all this information. And basically, if you look there, my conversions were mainly coming from the lower 50%, which I'd excluded, which means that basically these ads were being shown to everybody across the world, in the tiered countries that I'd selected, like mainly English speaking languages like New Zealand, Australia, UK, America, Canada. These are sort of like your tier 1 countries. But the problem is if they're showing the ads to somebody who hasn't got any money effectively, they're just costing you money to watch it, right? So I excluded the lower 50% and made an adjustment, and I still didn't make any sales. So again, guys, I spent a lot of time optimizing. I probably spent a good 3 to 4 weeks making sure that these were running fluently and that everything was in place that I could. I went over it with a guy who knows all about these ads, who was very good with them, and we checked them, and statistically mine were probably a lot better than other people's who were making sales, right? So I spent a lot of time dialing, making sure it was all correct, making sure I'd excluded the people and countries that I didn't want to see it. I also even checked on my get response, because it has an IP address. When I was getting the leads, I was actually copying the IP address and putting it into an IP locator and seeing where these people were. Now this is the thing, and this is what I found out. People can use a VPN, a virtual private network, and what I found is that a lot of the people that had been watching these videos were running VPNs. Now Google is supposed to exclude this, but by using GetResponse and an IP locator, I was able to see that people in South Africa, people in places like Papua New Guinea, wherever, these countries where it's not so much a third world country, but not the countries that I'd selected or the higher tier countries. So I wanted to exclude them, but yet people were still able to watch it with VPNs. So this is another factor that I was very nervous about and also monitoring, but at the same time as me monitoring it, it's costing me money. And I was in a bit of a situation where, one, do I stop the ads and not make any money and lose the money I've invested, or two, do I cut my losses and pause it now and deal with the cards that I've been handed and just think, right, enough's enough, I need to stop these ads because they're costing me a lot of money. And that is what I did, guys. I had to pause them because I wasn't seeing a sale. Now I'm just going to pop back in and I'm just going to show you exactly how much I spent down here. Let me just go to all campaigns again. And as you can see here, guys, I spent £2,397, so probably $2,700, something like that. You know, that's a hell of a lot of money. And as you can see here, if you know much about paid ads, my click-through rates were above 1%. My cost is absolutely phenomenal. Ridiculous, should I say. Not say phenomenal. Phenomenal means it's good. Ridiculous is the word that I should have done. Again, in the columns, I'd put all these conversion tables on and checking everything and optimizing and doing whatever I could. And like I said, guys, it was just costing me a fortune and I weren't getting anywhere. So what I'm trying to say to you is, when it comes to paid ads, be prepared to lose money. Be prepared to invest money and effectively lose it. There is people out there that spend $20, $30, $40 per day and get a sale of a high ticket course of maybe $1,000, and they do make money, and they can. But the problem again is that there's more and more and more people doing that particular course promotion, and you will be saturated. And even though some people say you won't, I'm proof that you are, because why wouldn't I have made a sale? You know, I'm not saying that the ads weren't right. I'm not saying anything wrong about the course I was trying to sell in. Everything's good because people are still making money. But if you go the organic route, and like I've said, the 4-day video series of the free training of what I now use to make money online is below. The reason why organic is good is because you can gain the same sort of traffic just by doing the work and putting the effort in and putting videos on YouTube, and it doesn't cost you anything. Okay, it doesn't cost you anything. When it comes to paid ads, yes, you can make money from paid ads, but you need to make sure that you're set up correctly and you don't just let Google swallow your money, because what you're supposed to do is set them at sort of like $10 a day when they're in the learning period. Once they come out the learning period, you scale it up to sort of $20 a day, then $30 a day, and $40 a day, $50 a day, and so on and so on. And then that way you gain the traction from it, which is what I did. But again, my statistics, to the guy who was showing me what to do with paid ads, who I was contacting, who knows quite a lot about it, is very, very good with Google ads. We checked them and checked them and checked them, and he was puzzled. Like, I don't understand why you've not made a sale. You know, you're set up better than everyone else. I was even going into EverWebinar on the chat function and talking to people in the chat room who were watching the live video, and I was trying to convince these people, trying to convert them. You know, this is a good course, it's, you know, get involved, it's worth it. And they were like, where do I join, how do I buy? And they still didn't buy. So it was either a number of things: they didn't have the money, or the cost of the course was too unaffordable for them, should I say. So yeah, so just remember that, guys. Organic traffic is a very, very good way to get into affiliate marketing. Obviously, paid ads, I'm still going to do paid ads. I'm not going to avoid it. But what I'm saying is, as a beginner in affiliate marketing, or someone who's unfamiliar with it, just be very, very careful with paid ads. Don't spend too much money, and be careful when you do things like pause them, because if you unpause them and you've set it at, say, 60 or 80 pounds per day, or dollars, what can happen with Google is, while you've been paused, they can actually look at what they think you would have spent, and then they will do then like an estimation of what it had cost in the month, and I've seen people get that amount of money taken from their account. So just remember, guys, be very careful when it comes to paid ads, and if you are new, then try organic traffic first. Get your feet wet, get used to affiliate marketing, and gain some income from doing it organically, and then invest that money into paid ads if you feel the need to do so in the future. So as I've said, guys, please like, please subscribe, turn on the bell notifications so you get my content when I upload it. Thanks a lot, guys. I'll see you in the next
Raindrops, drop top, smoking, no cooking, the hot bar. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park.